Welcome back, my creatures of the night, to another episode of Vampyr. So, I've just had a little bit of a mess around with some of the weapons, so I just want to go over some of that now. Oh, first of all, shiny box, I've just noticed it. Distracted. Anyway, so I don't even think I had a gun equipped, basically, so I couldn't have used it even if I wanted to. And I'm sure a lot of you are like, please use the guns! So, I just want to show you guys this. So, I went over to equipment, and you can only have the stake, which allows me to stun my opponents and then feed off them in the offhand. Now, I couldn't have a gun equipped as well, because, watch this, if I put the stake back on, and then I try and equip a gun, it just won't let me, like, at all. Whereas, if I put a gun on the first slot, it then also won't let me equip the stake to the second slot. So if I want to use a gun, I can't use a stake. And if I go over to the main hand weapons, I can only have equipped the bludgeon, the scythe, or the machete. So I've actually gone for the scythe as my secondary main hand as well. So we're going to dabble a little bit with the gun and the scythe on this episode. I'm not going to use the stake. I have no idea. Actually, yes, because you can stun your enemies with the scythe. I remember reading that on the last episode, so we should still be able to stun our enemies and then initiate the opportunity to bite them and feed on them. So maybe I won't need the stake. So we're gonna run with this build at the moment and see how it goes, guys. Anyways, I just wanted to show you that before we get on this boat. I'm super excited to play this game. Thank you so much to everybody supporting me. Yeah, trophy! I get excited about trophies pretty easily. What about you guys? Are you guys trophy hunters? Let me know in the comments. I don't really hunt for trophies that much, really. If I get them, I'm happy, but I won't play a game multiple times on multiple difficulties to get them, or stress myself out to get them. Right, can I talk to the doctor?
Where are we headed?
Oh.
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say?
Like a
The important
deformed
thing is that he's
vampire.
been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy.
Do we
London is
think
peaceful
he
as she
really
appears
knows her
from the
or
middle
not?
of the canal. If only that were the reality.
Maybe
of the
he knew her
situation.
To be
before
honest, I've always tried to avoid
when
this
she was
part of
human.
town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea.
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stone, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science.
He's a double agent.
Like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain.
See, he's totally warmed up
Dr.
to us
Reed.
now.
Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war.
Oh,
I have
cool.
the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
By Jove!
Word again.
It's a comical
So-called
twist.
Man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
And for that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your
I think that will allow us to remain
This is
grounded
sudden.
and human, you know?
I was
Keep some of our
returning home
humanity.
to see my sickly mother But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Yeah, we saw
Dr.
how
Reed,
seeing family members went
Take a moment
previously.
to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer.
It is a generous offer.
Brilliant. Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I like him now. He was cautious at first, but he's a good egg. He's a Fabergé egg. He's going to be a good ally. And what better place to replenish ourselves and feed on humans than a hospital? Literally food on a platter.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
A vampire's going to work for us. Jolly ho!
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes,
Oh,
well, I'll make a new
shit.
rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan.
Well,
catch up after
no
my
time
rest.
to relax.
Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Yes, very skilled at blood transfusions. Transfusing the blood into my mouth! Mission update, let's have a look. Okay, take me to the hospital. I have accepted Dr. Swansea's help. I will work at the Pembroke Hospital. I have no choice. The man knows about my condition, about what I have become, a vampire. I can't believe this! I don't know anything about this secluded medical facility. Everybody here will take me for what I'm not anymore. Jonathan E. Reed, the famous surgeon. I must lie to them all, to the patients, to the staff. This is my new home where I will hide from all who are after me, where I will hide from everyone until I get a better understanding of what's going on. Oh, I mean, no one would suspect, unless they knew who he was, they wouldn't suspect a vampire to be hiding in a hospital, you know, in a place where people help others to survive and recover. Actually, there's a vampire there. But logically, it is a good place to easily get food, isn't it, really? I mean, in a lot of books and movies and series that I've watched, like, vampires usually manipulate people working in hospitals to get blood, or they work there themselves to get blood. It's a very common theme in books and films. Oh, shit!
It's my turn.
The hell? Whoa!
Rotten or crusty, each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Do we think the vampire that turned him is basically trying to create some kind of vampire uprising and eradicate all humans? Because that's what that phrase kind of made me think of.
Gosh, that hurts. Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir,
I
please.
will.
You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
I'll let you bleed, be more polite, I'll kill you, be more polite.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright.
alright, sorry.
Damn straight.
Pain here. Me guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
That sounds so ominous. Blood quality. The blood quality indicates how much experience you will obtain from a particular citizen. The higher the blood quality, the more experience you get. 500 experience from Clay. Okay, mesmerize! Yay! Awesome. To drink the blood of your prey, you first need to mesmerize them to lead them out of sight from others. Your mesmerize level must be equal or higher than the citizen's resistance. Press L1 to mesmerize Clay. Okay. Do I want to feed off him though? I mean, he was rude, but I think he should just come to the hospital.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
It's actually telling me that I have to feed off him right now. Aw, damn it! Well, this is probably just the tutorial. After this point, we will likely be able to decide who we feed off and who we don't feed off. Right, press X to embrace Clay Cox or circle to release him. Embracing Clay will provide a massive experience boost, but be aware that there will be consequences. Learning more about citizens and collecting their hints will increase the experience gained. Oh, I'm not going to feed on him. I'm going to be a good vampire.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this.
Trophy! Merciful
I will not
release.
take another life.
Off you go, lad.
Did I black out?
Can't I just, like, mesmerize him and make him follow me to the hospital? So that he can actually get some help. Well, Clay, you're alive. Be grateful and don't be rude to people moving forward, otherwise you're probably going to get
It is wise for
fed
the
on.
huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
I am quite hungry, I think. I think the red bar in the top left indicates the blood that I have left. If I could find some rats or something, I'll be alright. Like, you can probably survive the whole game without feeding on a single citizen. I mean, I'll kill hunters. Because I've got to kill some people to get experience, haven't I? Oh my god, lots of people. Sickly in bed. Oh! Glass vial. Ka-ching! Give me dem loot dough.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You
Great!
must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Wonder if Dr. Swansea is trying to cure vampirism and thinks that blood transfusion is the key to that. Okay, let's have a look at Gwyneth. 2,500 experience. And there's a couple of clues we can get to increase her quality. As I said, I don't really want to feed on anyone who's good, just mainly the hunters. I don't know whether that'll make the game harder for myself and gain less experience. Probably.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
I feel sorry for her that she's right there next to a vampire and she doesn't even know. Medical checkup R2. Right, okay.
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Oh, she was just talking about the disease and not the murders. Never mind. Haha.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I mean, it would feel like you're fighting a losing battle if just everybody's dying all the time.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Oh, a bit of bitching, a bit of bitchiness.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please
I want to
tell me.
know.
Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Okay.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
He's probably going to end up collapsing himself. Okay. Right, so we just got a clue. So it is so important to talk to characters, guys, because that's how you get clues. That's great. Right, let's just have a look. Hint required, hint required. Okay, so these are just other conversation paths that we can take eventually.
Goodbye, nurse.
But we need
Call me
more
if you need
clues.
assistance.
Right, time to enter the hospital, I think.
Come on, I don't have all night.
Can I talk? Oh, hello. I want to
Good
meet
evening, sir.
everybody.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion
Oh, if
specialist.
only you knew. If only you knew the truth of it, son.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
Gotta make do with what you've got, though.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled
Demonstrate.
by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
It's hard to be hopeful when, you know, like I said, you just feel like it's futile. And everybody's dying.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong.
Tough
Swansea's
calls
a
have
good
to be made.
administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office down again.
Well, how can you be connected to the very patients in the hospital if you're always in the office? Like, you need to treat people as people and not as numbers, you know?
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
Right, we got more information about him as well. Awesome.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Oh yes, because in this time, sexism was a thing. Women could only do so much.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No, we must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart.
Well, I
before
tried.
chaos. Once more,
He
onto the
resisted.
breach.
You have nothing to prove. Nurse Brannigan is worried. Your attitude is irresponsible. Let's go with Nurse Brannigan is worried, I think.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that.
Oh.
I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Okay. I don't know if that was a mistake or not. Sorry, Brannigan. Right, I've exhausted all options now, so let's leave.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
I think it's important to talk to as many of them as we can, really.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Oh.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Sorry, I thought it was somebody else there. Right, so...
Doctor, I've patients to attend.
Well, I'm so sorry, but, you know...
Doctor, where have you been? I have little time to play hide and seek with
Getting
new
to
staff
know
members, no matter how
you.
illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Yes!
Already making
I
the
saved
rounds.
him.
That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter
Not so
Milton to bring
judgy
him back
now, are
immediately.
you?
Thank you, Nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Okay, let's have a look at Dorothy. 2000 experience. Quite pretty, actually. I wonder if we can fall in love on this game. She could be a potential love interest, maybe. If you can fall in love, that is. I don't know.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Well, no shit. He just saw his friends become something horrible. Well, he just saw his friend die, and his friend was feeding on him and killing him. And he got up after he looked like he was dead. After we gave him what for? By
What kind
Jove!
of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
No. Only just met him. He knows me more than I know him.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Okay.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Okay, sweet.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Well, at least I've helped Clay out as well.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Right, okay, so we just
Goodbye,
gotta come
Dr.
back when we get some more options, guys. Right, loot! Is there any loot? Thank you. Sorry, I know you all need that, but I'm taking it. It shows how overrun they are that they're having to have these tents set up. Okay, there's nothing in here. Just making sure I'm not missing any shinies, guys. We love them shinies, though. There's actually a shiny back here, wasn't there? On a plaque. A shiny plaque? Yeah, there we go. Due to the influenza, this hospital can no longer take any patients. Hospital full, please go back home. Basically, please go back home to die because, yeah, you're not getting any help from us. We are overrun. City U, life saved by efficient medical aid is a blow struck at the flu epidemic. Volunteers make the difference. So many missing words.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Okay, let's talk to this lovely lady here.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that?
I'm not mortal, by the way.
If I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
I don't believe you.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require?
Yeah,
Proof of my
show
powers?
me.
I'm curious to
Show
know
me.
who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
$1,000 experience. Oh, she's quite pretty, actually. This picture of her here makes her look far prettier than talking to her actual in-game model.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear
It's
my
a loaded
body
question.
crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Sad and petty mortal.
There we go. Increased experience now. Right, so she is actually suffering from the Cotard syndrome then. That's my first time hearing about that.
You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want.
Go on,
As
then.
a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Go on then, prove it.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
Oh, the garden near the morgue. We should go there.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help
And investigate.
you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Okay, let's New investigation, wrong target.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal.
Mistress of the Dark. Let's just indulge her, shall we? Okay, let me go over to my quests, I think. Main quest. Okay, we still need to go to the office. How do we, like, track the side quests then? Because it said new investigation. Here we go. Investigations. Find out who is spying on Thelma. Ah. Right, okay. Thelma Howcroft is a delusional patient at the Pembroke Hospital who is convinced that she is already dead or undead and trapped inside a rotting body. Despite her obvious mental issues, the woman claims she is being spied on by some men and women who want to hunt her down because she is a vampire. Is she referring to the god of Prowl? I can't take the risk of having these hunters investigate around the hospital. Maybe I should spy on them and protect Thelma Howcroft from those hunters. Right, okay, so I think we've tracked it, or got it on tracking anyway. There we go, yes. Okay, cool. So we can actually do that quest, guys. I'm actually tempted to say on the next episode we should do it, because it is right. Really, we don't... If it's true, if it's legit, and it's not kind of like made up in her head, then we don't want hunters hanging around the hospital because they might be able to figure out we're a vampire. So I think we should do that on the next episode. I might go and find my office first, or I might do that quest first. I haven't decided yet. But hopefully you guys are enjoying this game. It has a lot of talking and text, but I'm actually really enjoying it because it's building the game up and building the characters and making me feel more immersed in this universe. And I'm definitely liking the combat as well. So hopefully on the next episode we get to play around with the gun and also the scythe, because you guys haven't seen those things yet. So maybe if I do this quest, this side mission, we might get some combat. We might get to take out some hunters. So I reckon we should definitely do that on the next episode. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, favourite, share, and of course subscribe if you haven't done so already. Comments and likes really support my videos, guys, and it's greatly appreciated. Check out all the information down below in the video description, and I shall see you next time, guys. Bye-bye!